Good evening, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse. For the last few days, I've been debating it and trying different late-night games other than Final Fantasy, and just not really, they haven't really been hitting for me. So I decided, screw it, I'll just play some more Final Fantasy. So here we are with Final Fantasy XIV. We are going to finish the questing to get us, or where we were yesterday, or earlier today rather, on the way to Dhona. Which means we need to get our asses to Kurthus first, because we have to go to the observatorium. Come in. If you're wondering why the camera's off, I'm hot and sweaty. So I decided I would stream in a way where I could be cool and not, you know, offend the censors. Because let's be honest, YouTube is very stringent about nudity, as is Twitch. Which I think is sort of fair, because they make it to where if it's not acceptable for a woman to do it, it's not acceptable for a guy to do it either. I'm all for gender equality. You see, the reason there, with at least with Twitch, too many women were using their stream as a, or they would be playing games, but they would also be taking their clothes off. So Twitch introduced a policy that if you're going to stream here, you're at least going to have a shirt on. And they extended that to both men and women, which I think is perfectly acceptable. Which is also why my camera is off, because it is a hot, sweaty, nasty night tonight, and I want to be comfortable. Oh, and hey, fan. Okay, so our first quest is first thing we got to do before we can get to actual Dhona proper is we got to go speak to Portal Wayne here. Oh right, I was calling him Porta Potty a few days back, I think, because he was being a jackass to me. Ah, the woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of our company? You are an associate of Y'shtola, but of course Lord Driomont confided to me that you were a sign of Seventh Dawn. Castrum, Sentry, what interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the Castrum. A Huron human, Hur being their what they call humans. An Elezen man, what they call elves. 2 Lalafels, what they call midgets. 1 male, 1 female. It's them! It has to be! Menfilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing in Kurthus not long ago. 2 men, believed to be prisoners, a Rugadin and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rugadin and a Lalafel, Master Garlean. Neither wore Imperial dress, and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue. Hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they're either captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in the Castrum will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you best ask or act now. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner, it seems reasonable to assume they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know of the Echo. As Lord Portapotty said, this may be our only chance to rescue them. Oh, hey, fan, I saw you messaging earlier. I didn't say it. And remember, Mom, half of that ugly mug is you, so people who live in glass houses, thank you, everyone. I won't regret this. Okay, cutscene time. Dun 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 dun. And the rest of that song is copyrighted, so yeah. The unflinching badass villain walk. Never gets old. I told you that thing was a Chekhov's gun. Final preparations are complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of their false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. Hashtag make Eorzea great again. Here's the thing. They honestly believe the crap that they're spewing. As you say, my lord. Rest assured, our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Welsh name. You depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the western front of Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this will be your will, I will carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Are those revolvers? Those are revolver barrels on his... Okay. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half of our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Perfectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. Say something, or say what you will about the Garleans. Gaius von Baelsar, at the very least, gave credit where it was due. And it was like, you did your job, you earned this, I gave you jack shit. My quarters, 1 hour, he says to the lady of the group. I wonder if that means that she was being promoted horizontally, shall we say. Lord Portalane would have you aid in... Lord Portalane would like to aid you in your search for Biggs and Wedge. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abelatha's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. Now, the report of the Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by the way of Zamel Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Brickelt, may be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I will furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Remember, of all of the 12 gods of Eorzea, they follow and worship only the Fury. Ooh, armor for doing a quest. We shall do your quest, and we shall take your armor. Good armor. I have heard much of your doings, and I thank you, the woman, for this task. To the west is Zamel Darkhold. It was meant to serve as a new keep for Lord Zamel, ever a friend to House Durandare. But before the masons and carpenters complete their work within the caves, hordes of void scent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophelia at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Basically, blah blah blah, we need your help, blah blah blah. Go run this dungeon for us, blah blah blah. I hit the sink. How many times did I have to hit that damn thing? Okay. Of course I'm going to stop and do a fate. Of course I'm going to do a simple kill quota fate. Marks are marks. Easy XP is easy XP. Kaji? Who's that? Skrill's Firin. And I have no idea what they are. They look like they're a disciple of the land of some sort. Yep, they're doing fates. Gathering fates at that. Let them do what they're going to do. Siren, okay. Is it bad that... Oh, and they're harvesting. Okay, let them harvest. saying, we're kind of trying to gather stuff in the middle of a fate. Okay. Hope they're all right. I told him, yeah, you really should be using your your stealth ability during combat, or in combat fate areas. And I'm tripping over my own tongue. Combat, combat, combat. Anyway. I said that they should be a lot more careful about what they're doing, and they said, true, true. Welcome to Zamel Darkhold, House Natural Caves, House Zamel, okay. Garleans, blah, 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 blah. Here's some paperwork, etc., etc. No, thank you for the paperwork, just give me the armor. Thank you. Holy crap on a stick. It's like I'm playing World of Warcraft. Look at them friggin' pauldrons. Oh, look at that. That's goofy. That's goofy as hell. But I guess it's safe. You stand before Zamel Darkhold, etc., no authorized, etc., etc. A letter from Lord Portalane, so you've come about the airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have been sighted in the area seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are your friends, you say? Then let's pray they're a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pierremont. He should be able to assist you. Do I have any of these in Kurthus? Nope, none in Kurthus. Lots of Thanalin. Lots of Thanalin. Ahoo! Ahoo! Excuse me, people. Sorry about that. This is going to be about Aurum Vale, and it's going to be etc., etc. You know, we need your help, etc., etc. Hail, adventurer. Nedrick sent you. Tell me, adventurer, did you know how Ernest... Okay, allow me to know how you... Cave is rich in sulfur mithril ore that exude golden-hued fumes. Beautiful sight until you realize the clouds are burning your chest from within. But if you wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you. Try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of there for a lifetime. Okay, whatever you say, just give me my money. An Imperial airship? Aye, I saw it approach to land with my own eyes. I hastened again to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders are being barked, and there is an air of consternation around them. Footprints in the snow. Well, I hope this is more inspiring than footprints in the sand. There were prisoners aboard the ship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert their forces, I returned to my post to find evidence someone had been there in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will follow the footprints to their owners. Oh, I'm getting jumped at. Let's get away from there. Oh. Let's find our footprints. Hello, footprints. Cute little tiny feet. Search the area for footprints. And time to follow the yellow brick road. More prints, more... Let's see, and one right here, and this is leading us forward. This is getting old. This is getting old. I'm going to spend this 10-20 seconds at every single set of footprints. And I bet the last ones are... Oh, we see something sticking out through the roof. Well, that's because we found Wedge. So cold. I want to go home. Please don't eat me. I'm not as nearly as succulent as I look. I'm all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Oh, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw, thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Track down Wedge? That's wonderful news. What of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have found nothing to show of it. At any rate, we know for a fact Biggs is headed west. Both Ida and Ishtola are helping out, and I'm sure he'll return soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Asgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. There, I hope? Was that Master Garlean you spoke with? After 5 long years. Thank goodness he's alive. Oh, I'm feeling better now. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. This is getting really hard on my throat. Mud puppies. Isn't that kind of like how we used to call lobsters and crayfish mud bugs? Small world. Somebody can't see that I'm following them, giving them shit. Oh well. Where the hell are you going? Man, what the fuck? I don't know if that was just a guest starring or what, but okay. Small world. But out in the middle of BF nowhere, I ran right into my friend Fan playing his character Misha. Part of me thinks that he came out to just say hi because Fan watches my streams. There's a good friend right there. Or if it was just random luck that we ran into each other. Well met, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion is caught at a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are you feeling now? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have had a hard journey ahead of you. You must rest when you can. Well, you didn't see me shouting... You didn't see me poking you in emotes or shouting the word furry at you? Ooh, legs. He got legs. I'm fine now, thanks to you. But I can't bear to think that Biggs is all alone in the cold with the Garleans at his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. You have a dragon pet? Very nice. A Rugadan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a capable of fury. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Let's go save a big bulky idiot. Okay, go to the Furious Gaze and investigate. I made friends. I made a shitload of friends. Oh shit. Well, shit. That's what happens when you get a little bit too happy with the overpower. I had that one 100% coming to my ass. Luckily, all I had to do was click on the thing, and that's okay. Oh well. Stuff happens. Wookiee Crusher? What the hell do you have against female Marines? Well, we'll message him, see what he has to say for himself. Using the last name of Celes from Final Fantasy VI, that Crinan was. I guess I'm not the only one that's lazy about last names. Oh well. Okay, it looks like one of my guildies made max level in the game. Congratulations there, Violet. You know, the joys of having a surround sound set of headphones. All the tuba in that, I'm not just hearing it, I'm feeling it. And it's amazing. I would say it was damaging my hearing, except for the fact that my hearing is already severely bad. It's weird too. I can often hear something across the house better than I can hear my mother in the same room. And that's not the classic parent or kid annoying or ignoring their parent thing. It's just my hearing is that bad. I named the bird between 2 and 20 because it said character names had to be between 2 and 20 chocobo names had to be between 2 and 20 characters. And the reason he looks so ugly is because of I've got horse armor on him to make him look like the warrior of light from Final Fantasy 1. I've got other armor I can put on him. Let me show you some of what I've got. This is the classic armor. You notice he's got a little thing on his head. He's got the, you know, the standard of Limsa Laments on on his wings, and he's got that on his legs. Let's see what happens when I take off the... Oh, I can't have him with no barding. Oh, well. And there is a fan on their character Misha. I gotta see what that level 60 equipment is. A Kenna longbow. That looks badass. Miracle cap of... Okay, Shire Conservators... Shire Conservators, Shire Conservators. Second, okay, so you got your level. You didn't just get to second lieutenant just because I'd been leveling up heavily, did you? That wasn't my fault, is it, fan? Well, anyway, I got a quest to turn in. Were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, it stands to reason, I suppose. Seeing he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where in this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? We'll take the heavy mithril flanchard. We'll put that flanchard on right now. Okay, I don't know that I like being that kind of pumpkin ass orange like that. Wedge is determined to find Biggs. Notorious Biggs. Real funny there, game. Real mature. We can't give up. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us. Even if it's only to tell us where to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen. And hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. I can't help but think that if they threw in that close comradeship to poke fun at all of the people back with my fiance's friends at the Order of the Blue Garter who like to draw really, really bad quality porn of those two races from Final Fantasy XI together. It's best not to think about it. And I feel horrible for bringing it up. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say. If he's not to be found anywhere around the vicinity of Whitehold, it's possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through the Denifin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily climbing the steps there. Not a month ago, I nearly broke my neck and slipped when I took a tumble. Geronimo! Ow. Thank you, Talon. I appreciate it, man. You take care and you have a good one. And Fan is showing off the dragon they got as part of a quest chain that I don't have yet. Okay, Daenerys Targaryen, have fun with that. Time to dismount. Oh. Solo instance time. Our orders are to take you back dead or alive. Which'll it be? And yeah, he's ready to whoop some ass or go down fighting. More props to you there, Biggs. Why don't you come out and find, or why don't you come and fight out, Tinhead? There's Papalymo, there's Y'shtola. Ah, Wilhelmina, it is good that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something now. Y'shtola, or Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! For Pony! He's not alone! Kill them all! Feel free to try, shithead. Better men than you have tried to kill me. And Ida's there. I'll pound you into the next Umbral era. Ida, less provoking and more pummeling, if you'd be so kind. That's cute. Oh shit, they brought Magitech. Oh shit, they brought Magitech. Oh shit. No, you don't hurt my friend. It's my job to hurt you. But, oh shit. They jump all to death on my ass. Not good. Not good. I'm too young to die. More of them. More than conducive to merriment. Ida, have a next time. Oh, Ida, act. How many of them are there? More than are conducive to merriment. Next time, be careful what you wish for. I was trying to weaken out the smaller ones. My thanks. Another moment and I would have... He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Ah, I love reunions. Oh. Oh, I guess I can't use FC while I'm in... And there is Misha and her Titan horse. Or that she got from doing the expert version of the Titan trial. I'm having too much fun talking shit with people in chat. I cannot thank you enough, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life. And you saved Wedges too. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alphino told me of the raid of the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the immortal flames should have seen them coming. I myself have asked the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted naught amiss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor air. Nay, they were borne there by potent teleportation magics of the kind used by the Scions. Carry on. We were bounded and blindfolded, and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, when we marched off into the main complex, Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfili and the others were taken elsewhere. That's the last we heard of them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky as it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ha 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 ha. Ha, if I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? That will have been Biggs' handiwork, like as not. You were always resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. And now we have the sitcom giggle happy ending. Thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Manphili and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garlean Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Let's see what Sid's got for me now. Come into my castrum. Sid wants to prepare a strategy? Okay. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Manphili and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what I've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Dhona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare and better than most. The road leading east then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Okay, important thing. Back when the game first launched, when the game second launched, or rather when it launched as A Realm Reborn, rather than 1.0. When it was 2.0, Dhona was the big endgame hub. It's where everybody, it's where you went to go spend and cash in your tombstones you got from doing your weekly dungeons and doing your raids and doing all your stuff with your guild or with your FC. It's where you got a lot of your lead-in quests for the dungeons, for the new dungeons of the time. Now, it's largely an artifact of what used to be. Yay, more XP. Never gonna say no to more XP. XP is good. XP is your friend. Love friend XP. Oh. Level 5, level 50. What is this? Disciples, hand in hand. Oh! Quests for level 50 crafters. Okay. Ditto. This guy's name is Burrito Destroyer. Rock on, you crazy son of a bitch. Now I gotta see what that weird-ass Augmented Ironworks Magitech bow. That thing looks insane. That looks awesome. If I was a bard, I would want one of those. Well met, my friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert as of late, with armored patrols seen near the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Garleans have been alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfili and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I've a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. Ha! That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think they know how to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I recommend you speak to Glaumun. Or Glaumunt, or however the fudge it's pronounced. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a deal about Castrum's Sentry besides. I have no doubt he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Y'shtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalymo. You had that bow? Okay, no kidding. Now let's go turn in our quest and probably be told, hey, you're underleveled now. Looking for Glaument, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. You're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help? Something tells me we're going to get along just fine. Holy shit, I'm not level blocked. So much story going on today. Glaument would like to aid you in your mission to rescue the Scions. So, you have friends at Castrum Sentry that want for rescue. That Slaffborn knows me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back to those sons of whores. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescue and fold from captivity is right delicate business. A simple oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach the Sentry from the east, you'll see swampland to your left, called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the morbowls, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be that you can eavesdrop on some of what's happening inside. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage. Now get going and Godspeed. And we've got a fate down here. Which means we're probably going to have to go kill morbowls. I hate morbowls. I really do. Then again, it might be guards. It's right up by the door. I'm not going to get there in time to actually be useful. Except they're doing it too. Now, are you going there for the fate, or why are you going there, I Carumbalot? Damn it! That's really getting annoying. I'm fighting the wrong damn thing. Whoopsie daisy. Let's see how many of you shipbirds I gotta kill. Nisha. Seven hells of fire and damnation are you doing down here? I've got a stalker. We're not doing this in time, I can tell you. Or we might. We just had a mentor show up. Yeah, this suddenly got a hell of a lot easier. I don't know if it's, or what it is precisely, but it's awe-inspiring. But I have friends who decided to take, or a friend who decided to take time out of his schedule to come help my ass. Free tip, anybody? If you ever get a friend that's willing to drop everything without asking and come help you like this, don't fuck it up. Make sure that person knows you appreciate their work. Speaking of which, fan, thank you very much. I appreciate this. That was awesome. I thought I was going to have trouble. Then you showed up. I'm like, wow, I'm not dying. Then that monk showed up and wow, we're kicking their ass. Oh, and I found out why they showed up. They're trying to find the way around here too. And we got to go the long way around. And it looks like they have a guildie helping them along, too. Much respect to friendship, man. Oh, shit. They put every damn thing on me. Why are you grinding on... Oh. Faint conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Ellison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Menphilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus for yourself? As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Again, British English slang. She's saying I might as well ask if I... Well, yeah, you get the idea. Our break is over. Let's get back to our stations. And now to get back to Alphino. And now I'd like to know what you're grinding out here in level 45 land, man. If you're level 60. Unless you're on an off job. Well, you were healing me. Hate those Nixes. Every time you get close to one, it latches you by the tongue and pulls you back and tries to heavy you. Hate the shit right out of them. It's because of those guys alone that I hate anything that looks like a frog in this game. On the plus side, at least I haven't had to fight any spiders. Now, where is good old Alfie? 'Tis good to see you again. I am given to understand you've conducted some reconnaissance? Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Menphilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work. As Alphanode has already told you, we plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glaumont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some prep of my own. Menphilia and the others are counting on us. Let's not keep them longer than necessary. At which point he immediately level locks me. Asshole! So I need around 80,000 XP. He's got an axe for me. You have the Imperial Salute and possibly a book for me. Fair point. So what to do to get... Or what do we need to do to get 77,000 XP on the quick? I've already done my duty roulette reward, so I can't really do that. I could go do Zamel for the first time. No. Let's go do us a fate. And who's beeping at me? What do we have here? Mud about you, so I'm gonna be killing mud puppies. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Oh, and here are the ones we actually have to kill. Come on! And somebody's talking politics in channel. I'm going to avoid that like the damn plague. I fully believe everybody is entitled to believe whatever they wish, even if I don't, or even if I disagree with it. Here at Harmony News, we try to stay politics neutral, even though we fail quite often. And that character's name is literally Starry Sky. Okay. And it looks like we've got a fairly decent group of people doing just Fates. Not going to complain about that. Not in the least. Well, old saying, many hands make light work. And that's not talking about a Native American electrician. Follow the Misha. I suppose we could probably do a fate here, maybe? Okay, we're down to only needing about 60,000 change. Don't have the time for that one. Okay, we'll do Home is where the horn is. Well, who am I to tell somebody else what to do? Okay, well, I guess Zamel Darkhold it is. You okay with running that, fan? And there we have, fuck. Somebody naming themselves after a character from Bleach, who's known for big spiky hair and an even bigger sword, and it looks like they're goldsmithing. We, boo. We, boo. Holy crap, that was instant. That's why it's good to have a healer and a tank. You will never have to wait for a party frigging ever. Okay, so we've got a red mage, a summoner, a scholar, and me. What I do know is fight in the lights. Big old fire. Where are they going? All right, fighting the lights. Why are we going forward when we got mobs here? What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Right, while we're in the crystal, that big bomb that he's shooting can't kill us. Otherwise, it does a crap ton of damage. Glad I know that now. By the crystals. That thing is following us. The red mage, though, we should be very good for this fight. Red mages are crazy good. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Crystals. Da, 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 da. Oh, shit. Good God. Too much going on. Let me get the thing back up. Leave this thing open. Did I go the wrong way? How'd you get the door open? I didn't see the door before. Okay, this guy I know, drag him to the crystals, drag him to the crystals. That much I know. Keep him in the light. The light, people. Hustle, hustle. Come on. Drop your AoEs willy-nilly silly right now. I don't give a shit. Ow. This one here. We found the right light. Right light right here. Here, fellas. Come on. Come on this way. This way. I realize the only person that can hear me in all this is Fan, and he knows what to do anyway, so I'm being a dipshit. Ow. Ow. Pain. Much pain. That very nearly sucked, but congratulations, everybody. Coliseum Shawl. Oh, magic user blah, 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 body. Congrats, Spellcat Summoner. Okay, so we know stay away from the red crystals. Red crystals will wreck us. Oh, kill the Nyx first. What the fuck am I doing wrong? That's what I get for not thinking. He will send us off flying. We absolutely do not want that. Ooh. Hope he's alright. Ding! Not sure where to go from here. Is it this way? Oh, that's the wrong way. I think we actually have to go jump down. Yep. This is the right way. Thank you, Frost. Thank you. Crap, goddamn frogs. Could be worse, however. It could be Aurum Vale. I would not want to be Misha in Aurum Vale. I would want to be right by Misha's side in Aurum Vale, but I would not want to do her job. Or their job. So much AoE covering the ground, I'm having to basically pray that I'm not standing in the death. Okay, feasting hall up there. Oh, shit. Whoa. My video card, or my sound card just basically said nope for half a second. Okay. Dodge AoEs. Towbird. Okay, let's kill you, big fugly. Oh, he's the one that also does attacks to his backside. Haven't had an AoE to dodge yet. Oh, now we got the AoEs to dodge. Okay. We got this by the short and curlies. Okay, what do we get here? A Buccaneer's Bardiche. Thank you, Jeebus. Okay. This fight I don't rightly remember. This was sloppy. I'm sorry, folks. Fan, when we're out of here, yeah. Remind me to do something very nice for you, if I can. Because, man, you did me a solid here. Altar to Saint Danaphan, okay. Not only is this getting me level 45, this is getting me a good deal of the way to level 46. Oh my god, I think I'm in love. The DPS is using their refresh power. All the HP I'm making you burn? Probably, yeah. I hope I'm not pushing you too hard here, fan. Suffice to say, I'm glad I have a friend as reliable as you. Friends are as rare as hen's teeth. Friends that can heal as well as you can? Yeah. Look at those swords. Hey, Buckwheat, you're mine now. I like that the glowing red line points us to where which one's actually trying to attack him. Wow, he hits pretty hard. Drop the crystal. Ben is keeping us alive. My respects. Doing a good job, buddy. Okay, we've only... At this point, it's a burn. Can we run him out before he runs Nisha out? We got this one. Gonna give it to Braden since he's a red mage. Templar's Chain Coif. Two commendations for me, which means none for Fan. I'm sorry, man. I really am that you didn't get no combos for that. Goddess knows you earned them. I need to get my ass to Costa del Sol because it's time for me to do my level 45 warrior stuff. I've already got level 45 warrior gear on. But yeah, you kept me alive there during big 5 and 6 monster pulls. Stuff where I was expecting to be meat. Savage Materia 2. Not selling the ore, because I know I'm going to end up needing it. All those teeth and skins and hides I harvested off of dead enemies can be used for alchemy and for crafting of various sorts. Me, I'm just wanting to get my inventory cleared out because I'm running low. Not selling the mega potions. Not selling any of you guys either. Garlean steel joint. What the hell do you use a Garlean steel joint for? I'm looking that one up. Oh, it's a multiple star crafting map. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Everything fits nice and happy into one box. Just as the powers that be intended. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do one more quest beyond the 2-hour stretch because I want to get my level 45 stuff. And I do believe I get a... What the crap is that? Oh. Bard gear. No, that's... You know, that's Bard gear, alright. Or Machinist gear. What we're doing is we're going to do my warrior quest. He wants me searching for relics. Welcome back, my friend. I was wondering when your travels would bring you back this way, and it just so happens I have exciting news. I have finally uncovered the clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintop. 5 of his pupils set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What's more, they were actually successful in their search. However, when it came to reuniting the set, the armor's great power began to work on their minds, and no one could bring themselves to relinquish his piece. Realizing their master's fatal pride was born of the artifact's combined influence, the pupils resolved to keep the pieces separate and to share between the 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say that in the years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory and buried the artifact in his possession in a final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And that is where the pieces rest. You may be interested to know the armor I wear is itself a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors. Identical in all respects save for its lack of the enchantments. I know what you might be thinking. If we were to bring the 5 pieces together, what would prevent us from being corrupted? Well, I've thought of that. What we need to only do is trace the runes we find on the armor into every piece of warrior gear. That way, there will be no need to worry about a single proud fool becoming drunk on his all-surpassing power, as every warrior in the realm would be possessed of the self-same might. It's quite brilliant if I do say so. So how about we split up and begin the search? 3 of the locations seem self-evident. I would entrust the search to you while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks in Kurthus. Another slumbers peacefully at Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Paratus Peace in southwestern Thanalon. Unearth those 3 relics and return to me. With any measure of fortune, we'll have tracked down the remaining 2 by the time you return. Short answer, there's a set of armor that each class gets that's commonly referred to by the fans as artifact gear, or AF. Back when I first used to play, there were 2 sets, AF1 and AF2. AF1 was level 50-ish gear, which some of you could wear at item level 45, which made you look iconically like members of your class looked in previous games. Item level or artifact 2 was a fancier version of the same. You got that, it was item level 90 gear, and you got that from I forgot where. Oh, hey Nexus. Sorry I didn't respond to you sooner. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're on Lich? Oh, you're an EU server. I got respect for the EU players. Got respect for anybody who plays this game. Now where is the warrior piece? It says it's to the northwest. I don't see it on the map though. Oh, okay, now I see where it is. Yep. I'm a warrior main because back in 2.0, back in A Realm Reborn, I mained warrior. I used to be the main raid tank for my, I mained paladin at the time. I was the main raid tank for my guild. I felt the Paladin at the time was an easy mode tank. Between the various utilities I had, between the durability that a shield afforded me, I felt that I had it a little bit too easy. So I thought I'd take a challenge and play Warrior. I'm having more fun playing Warrior than I ever did as a Paladin. And not only am I durable, but I kick a good deal of ass. But yeah, what I'm like fans said, I'm working. Okay. I'm working from the first level in, showing somebody's first experiences through the game. The reason I'm doing that rather than playing my existing character who is still a Paladin and still in a Realm Reborn era gear is for a couple of reasons. For one, I don't remember how to play that class. And for two, I wanted to show people who haven't played the game the story. I figure if something happens to, if we find out what happened to Roban and Heavensward after the end of A Realm Reborn, people who haven't seen me get through A Realm Reborn content would not know why Roban is important. I want people to appreciate the whole story. Because even in the early levels like this, there was a lot of content, a lot of amazing story. Truth of the matter is, I haven't been through Heavensward at all myself, either, which is part of why I'm also starting this way. A piece of fighter's armor. What did I get? Oh, I got fighter boots. We're not going to put the fighter boots on right yet, because if I do, I will probably be flashing the group, because I would be taking off my leggings. Okay. Camp Tranquil next. Ah. Now, I'm also probably going to be a little bit of, how to put this nicely. I've been looking at strategy and how people play these days to have an idea of what to do. And I've been reading about this phenomenon that just seems kind of silly. Stance dancing. No, you don't. The idea of hopping out of my defense stance once I've gotten aggro into my offense stance. With the nature of pugs, I'm not sure that I'm... Well, I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with the idea of leaving my tank stance if I don't trust that healer who's healing me. I mean, I've had people complain that I pull a little slow sometimes. Well, before I played as a warrior, I've had people complain about it. And I've seen white mages go so far as to go pull themselves and pull enemies back to me to tank. And mind you, they were doing this while I was already fighting and dying because they weren't healing. And when I said something, they were like, well, you're healing too, well, you're pulling too slowly. And I'm thinking, asshole, if you can't heal me for 3 enemies, what makes you think I can trust you to heal me for 10? I mean, I'm sure once I get to Heaven's or to Stormblood level content where people aren't horribly over leveling gear for stuff, I'm sure that by that point, yeah, I'll probably be getting the knack of that. But I don't even have my offense stance yet. I mean, I haven't even gotten that yet. So I couldn't stance if I wanted to right now. Now, one thing I'm surprised about is the adding your secondary stats. Back in the bad old days, there was a lot of debate among paladins whether to stack strength or to stack vitality. Because, let's face it, paladin aggro generation back in the day was not as good as warrior. Granted, I was one of the ones who stacked strength. I hear later they tie damage dealt by tanks to vitality and set it up that threat generated also went off of vitality. So I doubt that's an issue now. They also took the ability to set your secondary stats away. Something I don't mind. Makes it less of a pain for people who want to try out both Scholar and Summoner. I've got Fighter's Breeches. And they keep wanting me to put on that damned weathered collar. Fine, there's the collar. Now I'm taking it off and putting my other one back on. Because screw the game telling me what to do. Now it's time to get back to Curious Scourge. It doesn't? No kidding. I mean, I have been hearing that a lot of your higher tier warriors will, for some of their rings... Oh. I took the wrong ass spot. I'm a jackass. Oh well. That just seems kind of silly though, Nexus. I mean, it really does. I mean, if I wanted to stack strength... If I wanted to stack direct hit and crit, I would play a damage dealer. I'd play a DPS. I mean, the idea of forcing a tank to stack DPS stats seems 9 different kinds of counterintuitive. And especially, I mean, since the staff have said, we have this new stat, Tenacity. You want to stack that. And then we find out Tenacity doesn't really work and nobody's stacking Tenacity. How far your search? Have you found aught of my tribe's ancient relics? Should you have the 3 pieces of armor, don them and show them to me. Ah, that you found the gear is most gratifying. but what I would truly fancy would be to see you in it. Wait, stand still a moment. That armor so becomes you that I could not tell you had it on at first glance, but now I have no doubt. I sense the power of the runes inscribed on each piece resonating with your soul crystal. This is the long-lost armor of the warrior. I too have found one of the relics, but I've run into an unexpected rub. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as if the lost treasure were no different than the unadorned relicas already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost to it, or must needs be awakened by means yet unknown to me, I cannot say. The ancient texts still hold many mysteries beyond my ability to decipher. But before I forget, I should mention that I did indeed track down another piece when I was waylaid by this conundrum. You should find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. I mean, again, I hear where you're coming from, but it does seem kind of silly. Especially since the very rings they give you, quest gimme rings when you're playing a tank, are fending. Oh yeah, go ahead, take me rank at your gully. We need to go get that other piece of armor. Checking my time elapsed. What do we have here? Hostile presence. Come on. You look like a shadow from Babylon 5 on a whole bunch of crack right there, buddy. And somebody there is in a cutscene. Piece of fighter's armor. A fighter's bourgeonnet. What is a bourgeonnet? A helmet. I'm going to lose 80 by putting the bourgeonnet on, but I'm going to gain 102 by putting this helmet on. Oh, so there is a visor command. I like that. I'm putting mine up. Okay, so I'm a good deal more deadly now. Good to know. I'm coming along. The thing is about handling aggro, I have not yet had a problem where I've lost aggro too badly, unless I was being stupid. But I realize what you're saying, that it's less about aggro management in some cases, but more about a DPS check. You know, I understand that, having done tanking in in World of Warcraft, where if you took too long to kill some bosses, they went into an enrage and started killing everybody. I see your search was a fruitful one. I am pleased to say I have also gleaned some insight into why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derives its power from a concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the wearer. But my own resonance with the plating was too weak to allow a proper connection. And now I think why. My soul crystal. It once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport, it has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened, I cannot say, but the tome is quite clear about what would happen were the powers of the armor to be bestowed on one whose soul is weak. The inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, and who would go on a mindless rage, it would end only with the mercy of death. Yet, yes, not unlike the crazed fiends we battled. I believe the armor sensed my weakened state, foresaw the potential danger, and knowingly shut off its powers to me. And I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you, I left this final piece of armor where I found it. The breastplate, as the place closest to the warrior's heart, has powers greater and more dangerous than the other pieces. Uncertain as I was to the reason of being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I feared to take it would mean imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine, yet I still worry for your fate were you to put it on. Look deep within yourself when you feel yourself ready, and only then come to speak to me again. Hey fan, do we want to add Nexus to our Discord? That's up to you, buddy. I mean, if you want to give them the info, it's not my decision. It's your Discord. Steel Cyclone. And another beast gauge. Oh, it's an AoE that uses my beast gauge. Woohoo! Nice. Curious Scourge would share the final piece of the relic armor. You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people? Or the armor that could consume the very soul of the most puissant warrior? Very well. If you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be the one to stand in your way. But I beg you, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcoming you, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain or into the depths of the ocean, I care not. For once the beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No, my people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age, in which warriors protect the weak and are loved and admired by the people of the realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient texts, all has been for this day. Brother, I know not where fate has led you, and yet I feel certain that, in spirit, you would stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment. As I said, this has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Kurthus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events at Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart. You see, Nexus, Fan and I, we were friends before Final Fantasy XIV. We actually do a good deal of tabletop role-playing together. And the main Discord that we use and that we hang about in is for the role-playing group that I currently run, that Fan's a member of, and that everybody else is in, even though it's his group, his channel. And we do have all of our friends hang in there and chat and shoot the shit with us too, though. You know, it's one where we do administration for the game, but it's also, again, a social hangout. Fan and I are the ones who mainly do play Final Fantasy XIV there, though you'll generally see most everybody playing something here and there. Why am I going to here? I need to go to Kurthus. Oh, it's always good to meet more people. It's a shame we're on a different server cluster. You know, I'll admit, when I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV and before it World of Warcraft, I originally started playing tank classes because I didn't want to wait in a queue for that long. Whether it be in World of Warcraft's LFG tool or Final Fantasy XIV's Duty Finder. Then I started realizing, hey, I enjoy tanking. And to be fair, having to deal with a DPS, LFG DPS finder can be really annoying once you've been addicted to tanking. Waiting 20-30 minutes when I'm used to waiting less than one. A bolt horn. $381 on an inner beast. Holy shit. But all the stuff they're giving me for my tank stance, I have yet to see anything for my DPS stance. I've yet to even see my DPS stance. And cutscene. Now, if you're wondering why I'm doing all the talking, there's a reason for that, too. The reason I'm reading out the dialogue. Oh, I didn't know that, Nexus. Thank you for letting me know. Is because my #1 fan has trouble reading the text, so for her sake, I read the dialogue out loud. It's mostly because her eyes aren't so good, and I want to do respect and have the game be, viable for anybody who watches. Hand over the breastplate. After much wrestling with the thought, I simply cannot entrust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I return now to Hidden Falls. If you would have words with me, then come. I will not run away. All of this just to get one piece of something, and now you're walking away from me. What the hell is up with you? Thank you, thank you. And back to Casa del Sol. Ring around the rosy. But I'll tell you, after having played a tank, whenever I do play DPS classes, I guarantee you that when I play DPS, it's usually the tank I give my commendation to. If I'm tanking and I'm not with Misha, or rather Fan, it's always the healer that gets my commendation. I am sorry. I did not mean for things to happen like this, but I had no choice. I had wrestled long and hard with the matter, but this is my decision. I cannot trust you with this power when I cannot even trust myself. Aye, that's right. I won't attempt to don the plate again either. Nor will anyone. Not until I have proof there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. Peer deep within your soul. Peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and emerge victorious? I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, continue your training that you may find an answer of your own. Steel Cyclone. Ooh. It's an aggro-generating beast gauge user. That is pretty friggin' sweet right there. Not only does it give enmity, but it gives, ooh, it's a life leech. Very nice. You hear the whispers of the village elders. How to quit me. That's when I get infuriate. Ooh. Ooh. No kidding. An instant fill up of half my beast gauge. No shit. That's going to be useful. Well, anyway, I normally run for about 2 hours, but because this is a special late night stream, and because I really wanted to get that 45 quest, because I love the way the warrior armor looks, I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. It's been a real joy having you around, Nexus. It's been it's been fun getting to go run stuff with my good friend and fan who plays Misha. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Or morning if you're on the other side of the pond. Thank you and have a good one.